Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great. This is the club transfer. I really hope I haven't worn it out for you because I just love this design and I can't get enough of it. So, sorry, not sorry. Y'all, I have the cutest little firefly round tonight. Okay, there's several parts to this. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Hi, Gwen, how are you, love? And first things first, okay, it comes with this jar cutout, and I want to try something that I haven't tried. Hi, Shirley. Very much, okay, I think I've tried it maybe once. But hey, Joni, how are you, love? Hi, Lisa. Welcome. All right. This little lid is on here pretty good. So I'm gonna try. There it goes. Okay. This little thing I got in the mail randomly with something that I purchased has been a lifesaver, y'all. I did not order it. We're gonna use Rub and Buff, okay, on these cutouts, or on part of this. So this is Rub and Buff, okay. It comes in a little bottle like this. I got this one on Amazon, and I love it so much. It's like an oil paint, okay, but it dries with a metallic sheen, and it does have a scent to it, like it definitely is smelly, okay? So if you're gonna use this stuff, make sure it's in a well-ventilated area. Highly do not recommend it for kids, okay? Don't be letting your kids use it, and you might wanna wear gloves with it. I, of course, am not, so I'm gonna have it all over my hands. And it is, I mean, you can get it off of your hands, but it just, I wouldn't use it with kids or let kids use it, okay? You do it and then show them the result, okay? So basically, I'm just using one of these little cheapo Dollar Tree steels, a little foam brush from Dollar Tree, okay? I like to use these with Rub and Buff, like spraying while I speak. I like to use these with Rub and Buff because it dries really hard and it is oil based, so you would need, like, I don't know what kind of cleaner you use to get this kind of oil paint out of your brushes, but not interested in cleaning it. I'll just throw this away after it dries, okay? So plus this stuff has like a metallic sheen, like it's really cool, okay? And once it's dry, you can actually buff it with like a microfiber cloth, and it turns out looking super cool. So let's see. I did not think this completely through because I was kind of rushing around trying to come on here early, or a little bit at least. So this is, what is this? Castle by Folk Art chalk paint, okay? And I'm just going to use my little makeup sponge, and I'm going to spray this with water first. Here comes Dozer. Maybe he'll come. Oh, you see his little nose here. And then I'm going to dip my makeup sponge right in there, and I'm going to use this gray color. I didn't want to go too dark here because we're making this firefly round, okay? So the background is going to be not dark, okay, but dark-ish. So, oops, I think it's about time to clean my ink mat. Probably need to do that tonight. At some point I will have to, because it's it needs to be cleaned so that the stick stays. So y'all, I just got back from Galveston, okay? I got home yesterday, and we learned so much stuff. So I don't know how much you've heard, but I did share the new catalog, which comes out to customers on July 11th. Only way to get it early is if you sign up as a designer, and then you can place an order, and you have to place your order before June 30th for anything on the website over $100 before tax and shipping. You'll get early access between June 30th and July 6th to the items in the catalog, okay, that are being released. And that's the only way to get it early, all right? And then we found out for club members, if you're a club member, you're gonna wanna hear this, that Chalk is gonna start sending a free add-on to club members every month. It comes with your club transfer. So like starting, I think it's August 1st, clubbies will get the cutout that goes with the transfer from chalk. It'll be a chalkable chip. It's a super cute design, y'all. Oh my gosh. I am stoked about it. Okay. Plus they're also, my gosh, my nose is just itching. Sorry. They're also going to start sending on club and designer anniversaries. So like if you're a club member and you've been a club member for a year, on April 1st, let's say, you will get a free small squeegee, which is the bigger one, not the mini squeegee, but the small squeegee, in the color of the year. So this year it's that Barbie pink color, that dream car. That squeegee will come to you. And they're actually going to send out everybody who's been a club member or a designer for at least a year. They're, every one of them will get their squeegees starting on July 1st. Okay, and then you'll get one every year on your anniversary after that. Okay? I'm liking this color. I think it'll be light enough. Hi, Melissa. How are you, love? So, you got to be an active club member to receive that, or an active designer, and you have to stay active for a year, like for the whole year. So that's awesome. There's also tons of other stuff. I mean, like, I can't even quite remember every single thing because it's so much. But there's tons of new stuff happening. I'm so excited. Hi, Dorinda. How are you? I miss you too, love. All right, so I'm going to paint these little firefly wings real quick. And I just want to, I'm going to just use another little makeup sponge. Okay. And I'm using this Folk Art Home Decor, the Adirondack. Hi, Steph. How are you? Chalk paint. And I went ahead and broke down and opened a new bottle because that other one the last time, it was too much. Okay, it was driving me nuts. It was too dry. Not gonna work for me. So anyways, if you have been on the fence about joining, you know this month it's $59 to join, right? And you get the Creative Kickstart. Plus, if you go on there and you spend your $100 before tax and shipping, then you get access to all the new stuff early. And it does have the potential to sell out. So we don't know if it's going to happen or not. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Rainey. How are you? Y'all, I've had like this sinus thing happening to me ever since I moved home. I'm sorry for coughing on here. I know it's disgusting, but I don't know. It's like the cedar in the air is what Chris keeps telling me. I have like hay fever, and the change in climate and like getting used to all the different little whatever in the air down here has been difficult for me. I'm telling you, I'm like so congested. Hi, Denise. How are you? Welcome. It's been horrible. So I'm trying to adjust to that since I've been home. So, anywho, yeah, so I don't know if y'all have heard me cough, but it's like I'm clogged up. I need to like drink some mint tea or something because it's not working for me what I'm doing currently. Okay, so we're gonna do all the little stars and stuff with this. This is vintage mustard. It's kind of a more orangey yellow than what I would have probably normally used, but I'm okay with it. I think it's going to be perfect for these little stars to stand out. My gosh. And yeah, it's definitely time for me to clean my ink mat because I'm picking up my stuff on that's stuck to it, some of it, because there's so much paint on here blocking the sticky. So basically, to clean my ink mat, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that totally awesome spray from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to water it down a little bit and spray it on my mat. And then I'm going to get a small squeegee, and I'm just going to lightly run that squeegee across the ink mat, and it'll take up all the paint and gunk that's on here right now and all clogging up the sticky, and it will return it back to its former glory. So you can comment the word summer, by the way, to get the link to this project. Okay, also to find out how to become my club member, you can comment the word summer, and you can start reaping the benefits of all club members. In fact, the Creative Kickstart is still available right now. If you haven't gone on there and placed your $75 order to have it added to your cart for free, highly recommend doing that. Because that Creative Kickstart, the Creative Kickstart project is so cute. I'm loving it. That bag that I made not very long ago on a live is getting lots and lots of use. I took it to the beach with me, and it's such a great bag. It's a nice canvas bag. All right, I'm gonna just, try and lightly paint these little guys. Okay, I'm gonna try not to go over the edge. I need to use a paintbrush on the other ones though, because they don't have a cutout covering them. All right, and then their little heads here. Y'all, I know this project seems like a lot, but it's really not. I mean, seriously, all you gotta do is decide on your colors, and you can literally use any color combination for this project, and it will turn out looking great. Whatever you think of, whenever you think of like summer evenings, when the lightning bugs start coming out, is how this is supposed to be painted. There's no wrong way, okay? Now, I have this tiny little paintbrush from Dollar Tree I'm gonna use to get these little guys, and that way I can neatly get their heads and not make a mess of their bodies. The tail end, you know, where the light comes out. Y'all, lightning bugs are so cool. I just love them so much. I've always loved them, and in Tennessee, we got them a lot in the summertime. Like right as it was starting to get dark outside, they would start going wild out there. It was so neat. I've never, ever, ever lived anywhere where you saw lightning bugs like that. They've always been so cool to me. As a kid, I just loved them, and as an adult, even more, I love them. Okay, so that's pretty much all of my painting here. So I'm going to trade this out, and I've got a round. It's a 16-inch round, okay, but this is the top part of it. It's going to be a top layer. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me close up some of this stuff so that I'm not making a mess. I'm going to need that yellow one more time, but I have this blue. It is called Nautical. Again, it's that folk art home decor chalk paint. I bought a bundle of these a while back, and it had a whole bunch of colors in it. And I am using a piece of cardboard. It doesn't have tape on it. Hopefully this thing won't be sliding around on me. But you know what? I'm about to, I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be to use a makeup sponge on a large surface like this, but I think it'll be better because in the little holes, you end up making a mess. I end up making a mess with paint. Y'all probably don't, but I'm a mess. So I'm a messy painter, and I can't seem to not be a messy painter. It happens to me. So anyway, yeah, you can comment the word summer to get all the stuff to make this. And if you're already a club member, that is perfect. But there is a link if you decide that you want to join my club so that you can get this transfer that we're going to use. Awesome, awesome. I love it. And if not, that's okay too. But there are two options for this round. You can use the club on it and get the club cutouts that go with it, or you can use it as a welcome sign. There's a welcome cutout that goes on top of it, and you just make that selection whenever you check out. So you don't have to use it for club if you don't want to, but I thought it was just perfect for the club this month because summer equals lightning bugs in my mind. I'm gonna just add just a tiny bit of water to this, even though it's already got paint on it. Try and thin that paint out just a little. All right. And now, almost there, y'all. So I'm so excited, y'all. The stuff that's coming, the new designs and all that stuff, there's new surfaces. There's tons and tons of new chalk shape cutouts. I cannot wait. I'm so glad that I'm done moving and I'm ready to focus on this new catalog next month. We are going to have so much fun with it. And they did give us the option to go ahead and purchase everything ahead of time. So I have all the new transfers already. They came in today. So maybe I'll have to do a sneak peek of those. But again, the only way to get them is to either become a designer and place your order and then get early access, or you can become a designer and do the buy it all pack. So there's several different packs to choose from. You can get it all. You can get certain the seasonal ones, or you can get the everyday ones. But the only way you can do that is as a designer, which I think is so cool. Okay, so now that's painted. Okay, I'm gonna just transfer it right over here into my stack. And then here's the base for this round, okay? Now, here's what I'm thinking. And I really need this really quickly. Hopefully it doesn't have too much paint gunked up on it. And where, oh, where is my little pencil at? Who knows, honestly. But all my stuff got jostled around in this poor drawer. I tell you, it was completely locked. It was like jammed, closed. When I first got it to my house, let's see. This is not a pencil, but I do have a pen here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just putting a small little mark right on the edge over here to show me, and y'all probably can't even see that, okay? But I just put a small little pen mark right there and one on the other side up here so that I could see where the edge of that thing hit. And what I'm gonna do is I wanna paint the top part of this yellow, okay? Hi, Tammy. Welcome, my friend. Okay. And again, I'm gonna wet my brush just a little. I have a painter friend that gave me that tip a while back. Excuse me. She makes sure that all of her brushes are wet even with acrylic paint. And she said it helps to thin out the paint just a little bit and make it go on smoother, which I have found that it works. Now, I didn't even put probably enough water on there. But we're gonna do that first layer. We'll come back and do another layer. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want you to be able to see through it because there are holes in the top half of that round. All right, so there's my yellow half, okay, up at the top. Now, let us put that away. Now here's the tricky part. This is salmon coral, okay? It is a very bright pink. Now, I don't think I'm gonna use that actually. I'm gonna do my little favorite method of, this is just a wet baby wipe, okay? I'm gonna just dip right into that paint and I'm gonna try and not have this go on super dark, but it might be a little dark. Now, just spreading that all the way up to that yellow edge. Now, I am gonna have to probably blend this in a little bit because I don't want any of the wood to show, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get, you know what? I just got like one dot of paint on my tip of my finger. And I'm gonna go here and I'm just going to blend that up to the yellow. Okay, I'm not even like blending it really into the yellow, just to where there's no line there. Okay, now you're not gonna be able to see that, or you shouldn't be able to see that. But I wanna make sure that it's good and blended. I don't want it to be a harsh line there, okay? I mean, it almost looks like a sunset, a horizon, and I'm kind of digging that. So I don't know how, if y'all can see how well blended that is, but it's pretty darn good. Like, maybe I'm a professional. I don't think I am, but I could maybe pass as one, okay? For like a couple of minutes. And then you'll see the real truth. That I'm no professional painter. Okay, so that is the baby wipe method. And then you can throw it away and not have to clean yet another brush, okay? Plus, then you also have a lighter color of whatever color you were painting, okay? Now, I am gonna hit this one more time with the yellow. I think it might be good enough, but I do want it to be as dark as possible. So I grabbed more paint than I actually probably should have, but that's okay. We're gonna spread it just like that. And again, I don't want to go all the way to that line or like get like a harsh line, so I'm just gonna carefully go right near it and just barely, my brush doesn't have that much paint on it, so I can kind of wipe that paint down here and just blend that a little bit, okay? All right, now, and I actually went a little bit above where my little marks were on the edges, so that's good. That way I know for sure that I didn't go too far down. Okay, so that's my round. Okay, it has some score marks on it that you can see where to put some of these little things, the little fireflies. I'm gonna put that back over there in my little spot where it goes. And I'm just going to reorganize myself. Hopefully I can pick this up without dumping it. Okay, here we go. Now, all my little cutouts are dry, so I'm gonna just pile them off of here. Being careful because I did say this, the paint was not letting my stuff stick right now until I go to clean it. But it is very sticky still. It has not completely lost the stick. And all these little stars and stuff can just go right over here. So make sure that you comment the word summer so that you can get the supplies to make this, the cutouts, and to sign up for club. If you're into that, if you're not, that's fine too. Just happy to have you here, really. All right. So the transfer for this month says, summertime and the living is easy. That's the part that we're going to use. I'm not going to wax because I've used this transfer so many times now that I want it to stick as good as possible, okay? I don't need it to not be sticky. So basically you use wax to help your transfer pull up. And I'm not using it because I want it to stick because it's still sticky. I mean, it's sticking great, but I want it to have all the help it can get, okay? This is Shimmer Harvest. It is one of the colors this month. And I'm going to use that on all the words here. Now, I did do that gray color for the background to try and help this stand out against that dark blue. And I think this Shimmer Harvest will be just perfect for like the whole lighting it up vibe that we've got going here. All right. Just pull that over the entire thing and then we'll pull it up and continue on with the rest. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, that looks great. And it's gonna look really, really nice on that blue background too with the yellow. All right. I've got glue here. So this is Shimmer Harvest. It is available in my shop and it is one of the colors of the month. So, or one of the club colors this month, excuse me. So you get 3 paste packets whenever you order the club, and it comes with this month is Shimmer Harvest Guava, which is like a orangey pink, perfect for sunset or sunrise or sunbeams in general, okay? And then Tide, which is like it's like a darker tealish greenish blue, okay? And then there's that. And we're just going to use we're going to do each word separately, okay? Because we don't want to mess it up. And there's no need to rush. I do have like something behind there. Make sure that you get anything that's stuck inside of the silk screen, get it out of there so that you don't have any like overflow, I guess is a good word, underneath that transfer, like because it makes a little seal. And if you have something in the way, it's just going to seep underneath there and make a mess. Okay, so make sure that you have a really good seal and you don't have anything standing in the way of that. Okay. Oh, see, I have like now a piece of glue that was stuck to my desk. Who knows what's happening here? Okay. Now, if you were using this transfer for the first time on this design, you would want to fuzz and probably wax your cutouts. Lightly wax them. Don't use a ton. But I don't seem to be having a problem. I think I've used this transfer like 5 times already this month. Which is cool because it just goes to show how many different things you can make with one transfer and that it is absolutely reusable. They are silk screen, so they're not just regular stencils. All right. This looks great. I'm liking that. The living is easy. Hi, Maisie. How are you, love? What's going on? All right. We are finishing up. We're going to put this thing together here in just a minute. And y'all, it's going to be so cute. You're going to love it. I know I miss you too. When am I going to look at your face? I just got back from Galveston. We went down to Crystal Beach for the weekend with some of my girlfriends. It was great. Yeah, I hear you. Did you get your car fixed? Y'all, so I was supposed to go to the pool a week or so ago with my friend Maisie here. And I'm on my way to go meet her. And she calls me and tells me that her car was broken into at her apartment complex. Like, how rude is that? For someone to just go over and break your window, not her windshield, her passenger side window, and, you know, go through your stuff. Luckily, she didn't have anything of value in there, but, like, if you are parking somewhere, anywhere, even in your driveway, y'all, do not leave anything worth anything in your car or anything that's visible, okay? Because people are so dang rude. It makes me so upset. You know, go out and get yourself a job instead of rolling around the neighborhood in the middle of the night or around the apartment complex and taking other people's things. Good. I'm glad it's parked in your garage. That's wonderful news. All right, so my hands are a mess. $400. I know. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry that happened to you, but now at least you have a garage. All right, let me clean myself up and then we'll move on. All right. Okay, so yeah, you can comment the word summer to get all the supplies to make this. I have paint all over my hands still, it's fine. That is our round that we're gonna use. This is the blue. Oh my goodness, I love it, y'all. It's like dusk. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so let me make sure this is lined up. Now, I am gonna use a glue gun for this part, okay? Because this big surface, I can use this tacky glue and it'll be fine, I'm sure. But I want it to hold really well, and of course I need a freaking another glue stick. Y'all, I'm telling you I'm a mess, okay? All right. So I need to hurry because now I've messed around and hopefully I'm not gonna find out that my glue is not still wet. Okay. Set that down right there. Push, push, push it down. Hi, Nicole. How are you, love? Welcome. All right. There's my round. Look how pretty that looks on the top, y'all. I love it. Okay, and then I forgot I have these little bugs that I need to put together too. So let's see if we can do this to the side a little. Okay, so a couple of them, two of them have a separate little head that's just layered. So we're gonna use this, what is this? Eileen's tacky glue, okay? Love this stuff for cutouts. It dries clear. And it also gives you, oops, just a tiny bit of freedom to move that cutout around just a little bit, make sure it's lined up, okay? But with that being said, it moves around a little bit, so make sure it stays lined up, okay? Hi, Darren, how are you? Welcome. My friend Macy's boyfriend is here, y'all. Say hi to him. Hi, Marie. Welcome. All right. Now, let's see if I can get this sucker glued together. That's good. I'm glad to have you here. Okay, so there's my little lightning bugs. Now, like I said, these are, the surface is scored, okay? So it should be fairly easy for you to put this all together. Now, oh, I'm looking around. Where's my jar? I found it. I swear, y'all, if I didn't have my head screwed on, I would have lost it by now, okay? I would have misplaced it, and I would have no idea where I put it. Now, again, I just want to set this all here so that I know exactly where my placement is before I start to gluing. because, you know, whenever I first went to go put this round together after I cut it to take a picture of it, I had it upside down, and the score marks, or I had it like sideways or something. The score marks where the bugs go were not working. And it was very concerning to me, and I was thinking, like, this file is messed up. And of course it's not the operator problem, you know, it's like, no, it was definitely an operator problem. So just make sure that your stuff is sitting down on the surface before you begin getting the glue out. These little lines are gonna go right in here. And then I'm gonna glue down this, oops, see? This outer lining thing first. Y'all, this is, hold on. My glue has a little bit of glue on the tip and it's in my way. Okay, now, there we go. Perfect. Just a little bit goes a long, long way. Just gonna line that up with the lid that is not glued on yet. Okay, it's not quite there yet, but I am gonna use hot glue for this one. Okay, hi Alma, thank you. I appreciate you being here with me. All right, now, these little guys, there's two kind of different lightning bugs that go in here. And you can see these, there's like a couple of heart-shaped little wings. Those are gonna go on the outside. You can see where those go, okay? And then I just wanna put my little wings in here, and I wanna have plenty of room, so that's why, you know, make sure that you get all this lined up before you start gluing, because I would hate to hear that you didn't have room because you glued something down too soon, okay? All right, just a little bit right there, and then our little wings, just like that. I like this glue, it works really good, and you don't have to use a lot of it. This bottle is pretty darn big. There's a ton in there. I think I bought 2 bottles for like $7.99 from Amazon, which I thought was a great deal. I don't know, maybe I got ripped off, I'm not sure. But y'all, I love Amazon, okay? I can't stop ordering from there. It's so convenient to get my stuff immediately, or like very quickly. Maybe not immediately, but sometimes same day. It's shocking to me, the amount of stuff I can order and have it delivered that day. It's just crazy to me. Okay, now there we go. And then I have these stars that, again, they are all scored on here so you can see where they go. They're nice and spaced out. And I just like to put everything down before I start gluing. So I make sure I'm doing the right thing here. and that I have all my pieces. Now, I confirmed that before I started tonight, but you just never know. Hi, Jan. How are you, love? Welcome. So whenever you comment the word summer, you will get the link to get this cut out. But if you've never messaged with me before, make sure that you check your message request, because that's where it will go. And then once you get that message and open it, then you can go and check out the link, and you can also sign up for notifications to know whenever I'm going live, which is handy. And there's all kinds of other information. You can join my VIP group. You can do all kinds of things, okay? Just from that message. Now, here we go. All right, y'all, this looks amazing. I'm excited about it. Okay. Now, I am staying safe in Texas indeed. It has been stormy quite a lot lately. It wasn't bad at the beach at all. It was very hot and extremely humid, and it's shocking to me how much of a difference there was whenever I got home and just the amount of humidity. So I was about 120 miles away from my house down at the beach, and it was so stinking humid there, y'all. You could not go outside without just melting. Like, just melting right into a puddle. And then, of course, you know, being at a beach house, you have like a million stairs that you have to go up to get to the house. No elevator. And one of my friends was complaining that we didn't have any elevator to bring all of our millions of groceries up, because we had like 14 women staying at this house. So for what, 3 days? And so we had tons of food that we were cooking, drinks, bottles of water, all kinds of stuff that we had to carry upstairs. Y'all, it was rough, okay? I'm telling you. I know. So these are first world problems, okay? But we still experience them. I love that. What do you think? I do want to add a hanger onto this. So I have my handy dandy little roll of my thicker jute that I love so much. And we are just going to flip this right on over. Now I am going to put something down. I don't think I'll scratch it or anything, but just to be safe, okay? And of course, you know, I picked up too much jute here. I need to like use probably a quarter of this, but I'm gonna glue it right like that, and I'm gonna just put down a ton of glue here, so don't watch if you're squeamish about a bunch of glue going on there. Now, the other thing you could do is use a stapler, okay, and staple it on there. I don't have a clue where my stapler is. I do own one, but who knows where it's at? I don't know. Ever since I moved, I know nothing. I know nothing about where anything is in this house, okay? I just scooted that star over, so just be careful if you're using Eileen's glue. I moved too quickly, y'all. I thought I might be able to not have to wait, but obviously I need to wait because I'm impatient. So let's just wait it out. It will be worth it. In the meantime, comment summer. Tell me your favorite summer activity, okay? I would love to hear it. Or your favorite place to go during the summer. Favorite thing to do with your kids. I don't know. You tell me. And if you're sick of this heat already, because I'm pretty over it already, and it's not even begun yet. I know this isn't dry. I don't need to be touching it. Yeah, the glue is endless. So there was one time that I was making a door around Maisie and Lindsay was watching, and she was horrified by the amount of glue that I put on the back of the thing. She was like, oh my gosh, stop right now. Quit putting any more glue on there. It was more than this. It can't be helped, you know? So what you can also do is you can take like a ribbon. If you have ribbon, which I do actually have ribbon here. I'll show you. So I'm going to take this ribbon. I already had it cut into strips for a different project that I didn't end up using it for. But you can take ribbon and you can put it across your like strings or whatever that's holding your thing on. Yeah, it is too hot and muggy. You're right. I agree, Lisa. Totally and fully agree. I do love going to the pool. I love going to the lake. Yeah, she definitely does freak out about things. I am a water person. Float in the river, things like that are my jam. And I'm into it. Oh, I love that, Marie. That sounds amazing too. Tennessee is gorgeous too, y'all. If you've never been, you've got to take some time and go, okay? Not even anywhere fancy or anything like that. Just go and see this place because it is absolutely amazing. Okay, so that hides the like million pounds of glue that I put on the back of this thing, okay? Now, you still might want to use a stapler and staple this on, okay? Because if you put this on your front door and your front door gets sun, this is gonna melt. It's gonna fall off, okay? I know Karen, she lives in Arizona. It gets so hot there that she can't hang anything with glue on her door with hot glue because it will just melt clean off, okay? It doesn't even have to be in the sun. All right, y'all, look how cute this turned out. Comment the word summer and grab one for yourself. I would love to see your finished projects posted in my VIP group anytime. I love you all and I appreciate you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.